Hello everyone. In this video, we will study about creative accounting and forensic accounting. So far we have discussed all about the creative accounting. In this video, we will study about forensic accounting, which is the part of the creative accounting chapter. So here we have one topic called control or limit of creative accounting, which is not in your syllabus, but yet as you has asked questions regarding that, please have a look on these points. And if you guys have not understood anything, please let me know. Moving on to the next topic, that is forensic accounting. We will study about what is it, why do we use it, where do we use it, everything. Okay. Its origin is from Kautilya, who is a famous economist. We all know that he is a famous economist. The first time he explained method related to fraud in his famous book called Arthashastra. They gave 40 methods in connection with the fraud. He was the one who identified or digged out the case of fraud. He was the fraud detector, we can say. He also explained 40 different methods of fraud in his book. But the question arises here that why are we discussing about the fraud? The answer to this is fraud and misappropriations are increasing day by day. So we are in need of special type of study related to fraud. That is only called as forensic accounting. So forensic, what does this mean? The word or the term forensic means belonging to or used in court of public discussion and debate. So the examples of forensic accounting are bankruptcy, or we can say insolvency, matrimonials or marriage related cases, fraud, money laundering and business valuation. Whenever dispute arises in all these cases, we are in need of forensic accounting. We take the help of forensic accounting to resolve these things. Okay. So first fraud examiner are Kautilya and Birbal. What is actually forensic accounting? Identification, interpretation and communication of the evidences of economic transactions and reporting events is known as forensic accounting, or we may also call it as forensic reporting. It is the amalgamation of accounting, auditing and investigation. Here amalgamation means, in Kannada we can say it as sanyojane or mishrana or mixture of what? Of accounting, auditing and investigation. It doesn't mean merger and acquisition as we have studied in previous sum. Amalgamation doesn't mean here merger and acquisition. So if there are three things, accounting, auditing, that is verification and investigation, that would be considered as forensic accounting. Forensic accounting is the investigation of fraud or financial manipulation by performing extremely detailed research and analysis of financial information. Next we have is functions of forensic accounting. The first function is investigate financial evidences. Financial evidences has to investigated thoroughly for detection of fraud, misappropriations or manipulation of financial transactions. The next is communicate findings through reports. Whenever the financial evidences are investigated, the findings from them should be communicated in the form of reports. The third one is give assistance in legal proceedings. If the fraud has detected in any company, for example, an employee is responsible for the fraud. What should the company do? What all legal action can be taken by the company? All the assistance regarding that is given by the forensic accountant. Next is developing computerized application to assist in analysis. Companies should develop computerized application to help or to aid in fraud detection, or we can say forensic accounting. I hope you guys are clear with these functions. The next we have is steps in forensic accounting. The first step here is meet with client. Company appoints a forensic accountant and he set the table with the client to find out the fraud or we can say misappropriation happened in the company. The second step is perform a conflict check. If anything happens in the business, generally it is due to conflict. So they check the conflict in the company. The third is initial investigations. Then after the second step, they go for the initial investigation, which means basic investigation. It will be easy for the forensic accountant after the conflict check to investigate properly. The fourth one here is develop action plan. After analyzing every aspect regarding the problem, they develop action plan to resolve it. The fifth one is obtain relevant evidence. Based on the plan they frame to detect the fraud or misappropriation, etc., they search for the relevant evidences. The sixth here is perform analysis. After getting or obtainment of evidences, they analyze each aspect of the evidences. That is only called as performance of analysis. What actually happened? Why is it happened? Who did it? Why has it been done? Everything is analyzed in sixth step. Next we have is perform or communicate through reports. At last, they prepare report about the fraud or misappropriation, who did it, why has it been done, which method of accounting they have used or which method of accounting they have manipulated, and in which period of time it has been done. Everything is communicated in the report. Okay, next we have the branches of forensic accounting. The first branch is investigation accounting and the second is litigation support. So the first one, investigation accounting, it deals with investigation of the criminal methods related to employees, theft, fraud, etc. Also suggests the possible actions. And the second, litigation support, is litigation here means dave hakudu. It deals with or it provides account assistance in litigation matters. I hope this is clear. So please study about the advantages and disadvantages of forensic accounting. I will also send it to you guys, but before that please study that too. They may ask any question regarding the creative accounting and forensic accounting. So study thoroughly. Okay, this is the end of the creative accounting chapter, which is completely theory. The next topic we will cover is human resource accounting. That would be your second chapter. It has half theory and half problematic. We will study all about human resource accounting theoretical first, then we will move on to the problematic thing. Okay, thank you.